On August 27th, Rockstar is finally going to break its silence. And they're not doing it the normal way. Instead of dropping a trailer straight on YouTube like they always have, this time it's premiering on Netflix first. That alone tells you how big Rockstar thinks this moment is. And if you've been following this franchise for a while, you already know Rockstar doesn't do anything by accident. Every choice, the timing, the platform, even the title of the presentation, all of it is calculated. So today I want to break down exactly what's confirmed to happen, what's likely to be shown, what history tells us about how Rockstar handles these moments, and what this event could mean for the rest of the countdown to launch. Rockstar officially announced a presentation called Grand Theft Auto 6, an extended look. It's set to premiere on Netflix at 3 p.m. Eastern, and then roll out publicly on Rockstar's own YouTube channel and the official GTA Vice website 6 hours later, at 9 p.m. Eastern, same day. This is a first for the franchise. Rockstar has never partnered with a streaming service to premiere game footage before this, and it comes after months of almost total silence since the second trailer dropped back in May of last year, a silence that honestly had a lot of fans starting to get nervous. Rockstar hasn't confirmed exactly how long the presentation will run, or exactly what it contains, but based on what they have said, this is being described as a deep dive into actual gameplay, not just another cinematic trailer. And that distinction matters a lot, because up to this point, everything the public has seen has been cinematic footage designed to sell a feeling, not actually show you how the game plays moment to moment. It's also worth mentioning that the 6-hour gap between the Netflix premiere and the public release wasn't random either. Whether that was designed to reward subscribers, control the initial wave of reactions, or simply buy time before the footage inevitably gets clipped and reposted everywhere, it's a deliberate piece of the rollout strategy. According to Rockstar's own description, fans should expect an in-depth look at core gameplay mechanics. That includes switching between Jason and Lucia in real time, the actual gunplay system, driving physics, and how deep vehicle customization is going to be. Think about that for a second. This is the first time Rockstar has ever put two fully playable protagonists front and center from the very start of a game, and we still don't fully understand how that switching mechanic is going to work moment to moment during missions. They've also said the presentation will showcase the scale and density of Vice City itself, the neon-soaked nightlife, the wetlands surrounding it, key neighborhoods, and interactive spaces throughout the map. That's a pretty deliberate choice of words too. Density specifically suggests Rockstar isn't just going to show us how big the map is, they want to prove how much is actually packed into it, which has always been the real question with open-world games this size. Size alone doesn't mean anything if the world feels empty. In other words, this isn't shaping up to be a short cinematic teaser. It sounds like Rockstar wants people to actually understand how the game plays, not just how it looks. And if that's true, this could end up being the single most important piece of marketing they release before launch, because gameplay footage is what actually convinces skeptical players. Cinematic trailers convince you the world looks pretty, gameplay convinces you it's fun. Beyond what's officially promised, there's a lot the community is speculating about based on older leaks. Fictional in-game social media platforms could show up, expanding on the satire Rockstar has always leaned into, and honestly, with everything going on in the real world right now, that satire has more material to work with than ever before. Expanded AI behavior for citizens in the world is another possibility, given how much Rockstar has already teased about NPCs reacting to their surroundings in ways we've genuinely never seen at this scale. There's also speculation about new law enforcement systems being detailed for the first time, going beyond the basic police chase mechanics we already know from previous games. If Rockstar really has built a more grounded, reactive police system like some leaks have suggested, this would be the moment to actually prove it, because right now it's still just rumor and old code fragments. One thing that seems unlikely, though, is any real focus on the online multiplayer side of the game. Since that mode is expected to arrive after launch, most signs point to this presentation staying focused entirely on the single-player experience. Rockstar has historically kept online content separate from story marketing anyway, so it would honestly be a surprise if they diluted this moment with anything online related. If you look back at how Rockstar has handled major reveals in the past, there's a pattern worth paying attention to. Trailers tend to be short, emotional, and cinematic, designed to go viral and dominate conversation for days. Gameplay reveals, on the other hand, have historically been longer, more technical, and aimed at answering specific questions the community has been asking for months. Given that Rockstar specifically chose the word extended for this one, it's reasonable to expect something closer to that second category, a longer, more substantial piece of content, rather than another 2-minute hype video. It's also worth noting that Rockstar rarely shows anything they aren't fully confident is close to final. Historically, once they commit to showing gameplay publicly, that footage tends to be very close to what actually ships, unlike a lot of the industry where reveals are aspirational and change dramatically before launch. That should give people at least some confidence that whatever gets shown on August 27th is a fairly accurate representation of the final product, not just a target they're hoping to hit. This announcement didn't come out of nowhere. It landed right around Take-Two's latest earnings call, which is usually when the company gives investors updates on its biggest upcoming releases. That timing alone suggests Rockstar wants this presentation to hit at a moment when the whole industry is already paying close attention. Not just gamers, but analysts, investors, and mainstream media too. It's also worth remembering that pre-orders have already been open for months at this point, and by most accounts, GTA Vi already has one of the strongest pre-order starts ever tracked. This presentation is likely designed to keep that momentum building all the way through to the November launch, rather than letting hype cool off during what's historically a quieter stretch of the year for game marketing. And there's a bigger picture element here too. Grand Theft Auto reveals have always been cultural moments that go beyond gaming, and pairing this one with Netflix, a platform with hundreds of millions of subscribers who don't necessarily follow gaming news closely, is a clear attempt to push this presentation past the usual gaming audience and into the mainstream conversation entirely. So to sum it up, we officially know when it's happening, where to watch it, and the broad strokes of what Rockstar has promised to show. We also know this fits a pattern Rockstar has followed before, and the timing lines up with a strategy meant to keep this launch dominating headlines all the way to November. Everything past that is still speculation, but given how quiet Rockstar has been until now, this alone feels like the start of the final stretch before launch. Let me know in the comments what you're hoping to see revealed, and subscribe, because I'll be covering this presentation live as soon as it drops. See you next time.